don't forget to look up. A newly discovered comet is going to streak by Earth very soon. If you miss the chance to see it this time, you are not going to see it for the next 50,000 years. This weirdly named comet was first spotted passing near Jupiter in March of last year. After travelling from the icy reaches of our solar system, it will come closest to the Sun on January 12 and pass closest to Earth on February 1. It will be easy to spot with a good pair of binoculars, and likely even with the naked eye, provided the sky is not too illuminated by city lights or the moon.
Shalom, Kahala Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakak Radash. Double honors my teachers, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the elect, with the house of David reborn again in this generation. And Shalom to the 130 Yasharallah, who today are known as the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who before losing our true heritage, we were known as, and still are, the true Hebrew Israelites of the Holy Bible. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about the comet that you could see tonight and tomorrow at its highest point, or brightest point I should say, and also pretty much through the first 2 weeks of February. This comet is known as E3, C 2022 E3 ZFT, but basically everybody's just calling it C2022 E3, right? And it tells you here, it says the comet set to graze by Earth for the first time in 50,000 years might be seen with the naked eye, right? So, Esau's calculations with time and, they're all off, right? But all he's able to do is see its trajectory and estimate what this comet's path was, right? But, before we get into this article, let's read this. This is Joel 2:21. Fear not, O land, be glad and rejoice, for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai will do great things. You see, the Lord, right now that we're living in the end days, the Lord, not only is He putting the Spirit upon the nations, upon people, right? Pouring His Spirit upon all, the children or the people of Israel, the Negro, Latino, Native Americans, right? And to give them, visions, dreams and whatnot. But He's also making signs in heaven. These are great things, right? Like the article said, and in the video it said, right? They said 50,000 years, but let's just say it's a very long time that this comet hasn't been seen, right? And the comet, like it says, an icy visitor from the far reaches of the solar system is expected to shoot past Earth and the Sun in the coming weeks, and it might be visible with the unaided human eye. This visitor from afar is a comet believed to have brushed by Earth before. And it says, discovered in March 2022, the comet recently passed within Jupiter's orbit and is headed for this inner solar system. Are witnessing the flyby soon to occur could be a once in a lifetime astronomical occasion, right? So the thing is even though they say you might be able to see it with your naked eye or good setup binoculars, the truth is I just went out and I seen it, and the thing is it doesn't look anything like this, right? At least not, I live out here in the boonies, but the thing is and it's got pretty dark out here, but the problem is you need like really high-end telescopes to see it like this, right? This is like maybe like a 16-inch telescope, but the thing is you're more likely, you'll see it as a dot like this with your naked eye, but to see it, see these right here are done with those like professional, like observatory satellites, so that's where they're able to get images that look like this. But to you, if you watch it, it'll probably just look like a greenish, hazy, like dot like this. Okay, but these are the signs that the Lord is doing stuff. And why is that? Well, because these are the prophecies that the Lord said He would do when he would bring forward the end of the world, right? And when we say end of the world, we're talking about the end of the kingdom of Esau, right? The Edomite kingdom, which is currently in rulership on the earth today, okay? All these eclipses, solar eclipses, lunar eclipses, comets, and all these different things that we're seeing in the sky, these are all signs that the Lord is giving us, okay? And if you want to actually see this for yourself, I'd recommend downloading a star tracker. You can actually get this on Amazon or even on the Apple Store. It's free, and it'll show you, actually, if you, without you even putting anything on your within this app, if you just turn it on, it'll actually point to where that comet actually is at, right? And so it'll make it really easy if you want to actually take a look at it, or at least look in the general area, because this, if you go out literally right now, Akim, this will be, like I said, fairly visible until about the second week of February, but for the most part, it's going to be tonight, the 1st, and the 2nd tomorrow, which is going to be the most visible, the brightest, and the closest to the Earth. So if you wanted to see it, you would go out to your house if you're here in America, and you basically would look into the basically north to northwest is pretty much where it's at, but mostly it's going to be at north, right? And usually anywhere from like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock Pacific time, that's -8 GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. So again, if you're here on the west coast of America, Babylon the Great, about 8 to 12 o'clock, you'll be able to see it, right? I think you could even see it all the way until about like 5 o'clock in the morning. It'll be in the sky. But it's if you look up the sky, see here's north, northwest. If you look up on February 2nd, pretty much like at 8 o'clock, you're gonna see the Little Dipper, and you see the Big Dipper, right? And this is like in the constellation of Draco right here, which is, it's pretty spiritual, right? Because it tells you during these times that the dragon is gonna, or that the lamb is gonna speak like a dragon, right? Speaking about these Edomites in power, right? How their laws and their language is going to become more draconian, so take that spiritual side for what you will, but all things are spiritual. So but like I said, again, back to where you're going to find this. So when you look in the north, you'll see the Little Dipper and the Big Dipper, and the comet's basically coming right through here like this, so it'll be easy to spot. But like I said, honestly, you're not going to see like a comet flying across. You're literally just going to see a dot. It'll be a dot. And if you happen to have a really high-powered telescope, you might be able to see that trailing green, light wave there and stuff. But either way, Akim, it's a beautiful thing to see if you want to, go out and experience one of these, signs of heaven that the Lord does. Because what does it say? It says, this is Joel 2:30. I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood, right? The wars that we're seeing, and fire, right? Aren't we seeing lots of like the fires here in California and all over the world? Greece, remember a few, like it was like last year, Greece had this major fire, right? And then you got Esau out there torching all the food plants, right? And pillars of smoke, right? These are all these volcanoes that have been erupting recently, right? I think down over there in Peru, or was it Chile? There was a huge eruption of that volcano, man. You see? So these are all the signs and the wonders that the Lord is doing right now to send out a message to us, right? The Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and anybody whose father's lineage goes back to that bloodline, right? Because why? Because this is the Lord attempting to wake up the people right now. Ultimately, he's gonna wake up 144,000 elect, plus the 1 out of every 3 Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and anybody whose father's lineage goes back to that bloodline, right? It's already written that those are going to be the Israelites who are going to be saved. Now, like I said, the signs and all these things, these are all things that were prophesied to come and are literally playing out in front of our eyes, right? So, like I said again, you could, if you wanted to go to this website here, it's called SolarSystemScope.com. It's a pretty awesome site because it shows you the solar system, how it works, right? Because here goes the Earth, right? And if you were to kind of look to see where the let's see, where is the Little Dipper, so you kind of understand how it works. Slakiakian in just a moment. So you could actually, let me go back here, because you could put in, it's pretty awesome because you could put in, like, let me see, comets, and you do things like constellations. We have that right now turned on, but so the comet that's gonna show, these are other comets here, but let me see where it is. It's basically the Little Dipper, and the Big Dipper is by Ursula Major and Ursula Minor, and that's here it goes. So you see, here's the Little Dipper. So here's the Earth here, right? So this is obviously, you know, where we're at, Akim. And what you're looking at is so here's the Little Dipper, and here's the Big Dipper. Okay. So the comet's coming through this line here. So so while we're on Earth, we'll have to basically be looking up north, right? And this is what's going to give us that view, right? Let's go back to it. Night sky, right? Little Dipper, Big Dipper, right? This is Ursula Minor, and this is Ursula Major, and Draco's right here. So this will in this area is where you'll see like a new dot, right? A little bright dot, which is actually that comet. But hey, Akim, like I said, man, this is all, you know, something I wanted to share with all you, Akim, because I know a lot of you Akim out there like to, you know about these signs and you know, symbols that are being sent out to us. So I thought I'd you know, talk on it a little bit. But let's read this. This is Luke 21 and 28. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. And you see, so now, Akim, in these times, now that we're seeing all these prophecies coming to pass, the buildup of the armies around the world, you know, now we're starting to hear new rumblings about, you know, war activity over there in Syria, basically about how America wants to be more involved in the fight against ISIS over there. And remember, man, Syria is above the Valley of Jehoshaphat, right? It's right above Israel. So with what we're seeing right now, the big buildup that's going towards Ukraine, that right there is more likely going to be routed down to Syria, right? That's going to be more likely the next big conflict point. We also have Taiwan, we have Saudi Arabia, I believe, around there with Iran, that location. You know, so there's lots of things building up, man. You got these devils already starting to show Mark of the Beast technology out there, right? You have these stores that are now basically starting to account for everything digitally, right? You got the Amazon One stores where you can pay with the palm of your hand, which is basically just training you for that Mark of the Beast. All these natural disasters that have been going on, the volcanoes, the earthquakes, and diverse places, the wars and rumors of wars, right? And we're seeing, like this video shows, man, signs and great wonders in the heavens, right? So, Akim, we've been commanded here, right? When we see these signs come to pass, then look up. Because why? Because when the Lord returns, just like it tells you in Acts, right, that the Lord will return just as he left. The Lord's returning, from space. Okay, so, this is why we're going to be seeing a lot more chariots. You're going to start seeing these devils out here try to, co-opt the narrative and try to, say that these chariots are something else other than the Messiah returning, right? Or the angels of heaven. But either way, Akim, we can't be deceived, right? As long as we have the Lord on our side, and as long as we stay diligent and continue to listen to the apostles of Great Millstone, who are the legit teachers that the Lord set up here on earth today. Okay? So hopefully this video was edifying, Akim. Until next time, we'll give all honor and glory and praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rukak Dash. Still honors my teachers, the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the elect. Shalom.